everyone, and welcome back to Miss Azrael's Gaming. So we're going to hop back into Argus. In the last episode, Alicia and Lily were going to go talk to Mary, who is the young woman that we found out was murdered, either by Argus or a copycat or a serial killer. And they're going to go talk to her, I believe her mother, and see if they can get any information out of her. Dan is going to talk to the pathologist, I believe it's a pathologist, about the victims as well. So he's pretending to be like Fox Mulder, and he's going to go research into that. So let's go ahead and get started. And also, Ben had gotten in touch with Franca, who is the YouTuber from a few episodes back, and he doesn't believe what she has to say. So we're going to go ahead and automatically repair. Okay, and here's our next video from Sarah, so let's check it out.
Dear Diary, sorry, I don't have very nice topics today. The Mombies have had a falling out. We were discussing our next movie project, and we had finally decided to tackle Camp Zombie, but a second woman was found dead. Some of us wanted to go ahead and start filming there, like Caro and Dano, but I just don't get it. That's 2 victims. They had families, they had friends, they had a life. How do you make a movie about that? And since then, things have definitely escalated. I didn't know that they could be like this. I just hope that things can improve again.
So the group all had a falling out at some point, because some wanted to make the movies and some didn't. I'm assuming they were going to use the same area where they found the bodies. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be around to make a movie like that. So let's go ahead and send it to chat. Okay, another video has been uploaded to Sarah's profile. Oh dear. Okay, and Dan's online as well. Wait, I'm still watching the video. Damn, that was a stupid argument. I didn't realize it affected Sarah that much. How long did you argue? Did you really want to make a movie about the murders? Okay, so they wanted to make a movie about the murders. I misunderstood. Were you thinking about a documentary or a feature film? Let's go with this one. I didn't understand it either. I'm still ashamed we even considered it. I'm sorry that Sarah suffered. But I still don't see anything wrong with it. Just think of the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Although controversial, it was a huge success for Netflix. You're not really starting that again, are you? Okay, so Alicia's online. Lily's online. No, I'm not. But I also don't want Azrael to think we're the bad guys here. Checking in real quick. Been reading along. I don't care what Azrael thinks, but the fact that you still see us as the bad guys, that's the worst. Okay, I'm off again. You know what, Dan? I don't care what you think either. I hope you get arrested. You irritate my life. I understand you didn't mean anything bad by it. Please, let's just calm down. I think Karen and Dan wanted to go too far. I understand you didn't mean anything bad by it. Okay, got improvement with Carl. Nothing bad. But can't you see that a movie like this could be hurtful for the relatives? There's no point in arguing about it. I agree. I mean, yeah, they ended up not doing it anyway, so. Way to make us feel guilty again, Enrico. Okay, Dan's off. Even topics like murder have to be discussed, processed. No, imagine if someone had wanted to make a movie about Sarah's death a few days later. Guys, please stop it. It's been 3 years. Lily and I will get back to you when we've arrived. Okay, so they're both offline. I'm staying neutral. That's what I did 3 years ago, too. Azrael, you're a truly 100% neutral person. How do you see it? You've heard both sides. Filming a real murder series. Morally okay or not? It's okay. It's not okay. No comment. It depends on how much time has passed. You know, for me, I feel it's okay to do movies about things like that because there are monsters in the real world that usually turn out to be human, and I think it's good to show that side of humanity so people can, process through it, help them process through it, or for people to understand about, how somebody does something like that, even though you don't really understand the mindset of the person, because you never know what they're thinking. But I think it's good because it's, you don't want to forget what happens in the past, because when you do that, things happen, in the present and in the future. So you don't want to forget about the awful things that have happened because you don't want them to repeat themselves. But I also feel like where Caro brought up the Jeffrey Dahmer story, if I remember right, that was back in the 70s. Now, there are still family members who are alive, and I understand why they weren't okay with that series being made. But it was also a long time ago, compared to what it is now. So I get, families not being okay with it, but, because usually, movies and TV shows, sometimes they can glorify the villain and make it look like, oh, well, they were just a normal person, they just happened to do this. I don't agree with stuff like that. I never saw the Jeffrey Dahmer series, so I don't know a lot about it. But in my opinion, I think it depends on how much time has passed. It's like with Jack the Ripper. People talk about Jack the Ripper all the time now, and that happened in the 1800s, late 1800s. So you've got that. You got H.H. Holmes, here in the States. I think he was actually considered America's first serial killer, and people talk about him, and people are interested in him and stuff like that. And, nobody thinks of that, but you think of it more because it's recent, where it's like, oh, well, there's still family members alive, there's still friends and stuff alive, and, stuff like that. So I would probably say it depends on how much time has passed. Sorry for the tangent I went on. But I would go with it depends on how much time has passed. Okay, so I agree. It was too soon. Whatever. It's 3 years ago now. Exactly. And they still ended up not doing it. So, there's no point in arguing about it and stuff like that now. So, can we just forget about it? Ben is right. Please stop, you two. We've got other problems right now. Okay. All right, let's forget about it. Maybe you can discuss this again in private one day. Finally, this topic was getting on my nerves. Say nothing. Okay, maybe you can discuss it again one day in private. Maybe we will. Sorry, guys. I'll get some fresh air. Okay, so your heart was tracked on the love radar. Which of the two requests would you like to accept? Ooh. Right with both? Heck yeah. Unlimited Bix. Is that Benny? Okay, problems in your private life, become a nurse. No private life, no problems. Okay. Benny's kind of more my type. Ugh, never put a profile pic of you and girls. You never do that. Same thing with girls. Don't put a picture of you with a guy, even if he's just your friend. Never want to do that. Okay, links, who's coming? No notes. Okay, so am I bothering you? No. To be honest, a little. Just scrolling through social media, not at all. I like this whole dating app thing to it. I bet one of them is Argus. Perfect. Let's play a game. Already? What are you, Jigsaw? If we went on a date, what should I wear? What do you like? I'm going to want you to pick that out yourself, dude. Okay, so basic style, jeans and a t-shirt. Rather alternative, band shirts, black jeans, that kind of thing. That's not something I want to discuss with you in the first 10 minutes. I mean, I don't mind band shirts and black jeans. I like that look. And jeans and a t-shirt is good with me too. So, I'm perfectly fine for that. Although, first date, you can wear jeans, but maybe wear like a button up, like a just kind of a nice shirt. We'll do the t-shirt on the second date. Jackpot. Because that's probably all he owns. That's my vibe. Next question. What would be the perfect place for a first date? Oh my God. Why do I get the feeling that this guy is not hitting on me? He is asking me because he's going on another date. I have that feeling. This guy's a D-bag already. Okay. I've always wanted to go for dinner in the dark. I'd love to play mini golf. I guess a spa could be relaxing. Dinner in the dark. Is that the one where like you eat in complete darkness and it like heightens your senses and stuff? I don't know if I would want to do that on a first date. But I would definitely love some mini golf. So we're going to do some mini golf. Or him and this other girl's going to do some mini golf, I guess. Mini golf. That's so cute. There's a mini golf course near my place that's right by the lake. It's practically romantic in the evening. Or it's particularly romantic in the evening. How about yourself? Are you romantic? No, sorry, not at all. I guess I am. I would consider myself romantic. Love it. It's rare these days. Oh, wait, what were you writing there, Benny? Sorry to cut the conversation short. I have to drive my little brother to soccer practice. Oh, that's so cute. Let's carry on later if you feel like it. Just get in touch once you're back. Sure. We'll see. Well, I'm not going to say just get in touch once you're back. That's a little needy. We'll go sure. Okay, so he wasn't asking me for another girl. At least I think he wasn't asking me dating advice. In fact, I hope he wasn't. Okay, so we have, what is that? Kyan? Okay, I think my phone is addicted to me. Okay, he's not bad looking either. Oh, is he a doctor? Sexy photo shoot. My adopted children. Okay, he's got cats. First person who didn't have a dog. Hi, shoot. Accidentally hit send. Sorry, I had more I wanted to say. Somehow I thought I'd have more time to collect my thoughts. Now I just feel pressured to impress you. I swear that wasn't supposed to be the lamest pickup line ever. You want to hit on me? Relax, it's all good. Sorry, but I have other things on my mind right now. Relax, it's all good. I'm not normally this chaotic. But you're making me nervous. Let's try again. You might have to help me out a little, though. Would you prefer to find out a bit about me first and play 2 truths and a lie? Or would you prefer it to be more personal? 2 truths and a lie is fun. But being personal, that's good too. But, it's... Let's do 2 truths and a lie. See if I can get a read on Cayenne. Cool, so watch out. 2 of my next statements are true. And 1 is a lie. You have to find out which one. I have 3 dogs. I was an A student and still didn't go to college. I go to the gym at least 4 times a week. Okay, well, the lie has to be he has 3 dogs because he just showed pictures of cats. You lied about the gym, no offense, but you lied about being an A student, right? You don't have 3 dogs, do you? I'm going to go with the dogs because he has the picture of the cat, so let's do that one. That's right, that was actually a lie. But I actually have 2. How about you? Do you have dogs? Oh, you had cats in the picture. No, I'm not a dog person. No, but I would love to have one. Yes, I do. I do have a doggie. And her name's Snowy, and she's adorable. Now I like you even more. Sorry, now comes a drastic change of topic. I'll call you quickly. Oh, okay.
Hey, I thought about making a video call, but I haven't been outside yet today. Still lying on the couch in my sweatpants. It's probably not the best first impression, but if you want to see more of me, we'll probably have to set up a date. I'll put on something more stylish for that, I promise.
Okay. Sure, we can think about going on a date. A date? That's a bit too fast for me. I mean, why not? It's what I'm here for. I'm excited. I don't get my schedule for the next few days for another few... I don't get my schedule for the next few weeks for another few days. But I'll let you know as soon as I know more. Cool. I also have a lot going on that I need to sort out first. All right. Hope to talk to you soon. What do you do for a living? Do I want to ask that? What do you do for a living? I mean, he had a picture of him in a doctor outfit. Like, let's ask him. Maybe we can ask him. I'm a nurse. We always work crazy shifts. That's right. It was in his profile. I've got to get ready for work now, too. But I'll know more in a couple of days and let you know. Okay, so Betty's back. Guys, my Google alert is going crazy. New articles in Argus are coming in by the dozen. Has something happened? Anything interesting? Thank you for keeping an eye on anything. So, anything interesting? I'm still working my way through the articles. The murder of Mary Kempf is being posted everywhere. Hardly any newspapers haven't reported on it. Even Tim from BTL has a video up talking about it. What's that supposed to mean? Is that the guy with the goofy Behind the Legends channel? Yes, exactly that one. I always find his videos very informative. He doesn't cause people to panic and has a very factual, neutral opinion on things. I loved his video about Argus. He's exaggerating a bit. IDK, who you're talking about. I loved his video about Argus. I know, they're great productions. But the new one is just a teaser or update. There'll probably be a longer video later. Okay, so let's watch it.
Hi guys! This video doesn't have the classic Behind the Legends setting, but there is a good reason for that. I just got breaking news. That's why everything looks a little more casual and ordinary than usual. It's about Argus. There's been another death, and my sources have given me some more information, so be sure to check back on my channel later. I've got a more detailed video in mind, and you can watch it later. Definitely stay tuned over the next few days. There's still some interesting stuff to come, not just about Argus. On that note, see you at the next Behind.
My phone messed up a little bit there. Okay, his followers are already in. His followers are into it already. Okay, so it says Argus is real. Yes, finally more about Argus. It's my favorite creepypasta. Pirate King, another body. Fuck, is there truth to this bullshit after all? I see you there. Eyes to the all-seeing one. Charlie. At Pirate King, now that's fake. Argus is pure fantasy. There's a human behind it. Argus Legends. Charlie. Don't close your eyes to Argus or he'll take them away. Belial. This is so creepy and exciting at the same time. More of this, please. Okay, so it's crazy how quickly news spreads. How disrespectful nutters. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy how it spreads fast. You can imagine what it was like 3 years ago. This is nothing compared to then. Hopefully the video will go up soon. It sounds like he was able to collect info from more than one source. We can't wait for that. We should text him. Maybe he can send us some details in advance. How? I hardly think that his number is accessible to everyone in his profile. That's what you expect, but I guess we got lucky. If you click on the link, his contact, including his number, will be downloaded. Okay, light a candle, make yourself comfortable, and look forward to a little horror. Click here to contact us for clues and hints. Oh, so Ben believes him. Shall I text him? Nah, he might know us from Sarah's death. He reported on Argus then, too. I guess this is a job for Azrael. No problem, I'm happy to do it. Hopefully it works better than with Dr. Bennett, if I have to. Thanks. I've already saved Tim's number. There you go, Azrael. Okay, so Behind the Legends, we'll add. Okay, get in touch. Okay, let's see. So room, shambles, no notes, updates on Instagram. Okay, so hello, I have information on the latest Argus case. Hello, I'm being haunted by Argus. Hello, you must tell me everything you know about Argus. Okay, so, let's go with I have information. Okay, so it does say he's offline. Yeah, I was going to say we might have to wait. So, Dan's back. Hey, guys. I've arrived at the forensics department. It's much more remote than it looked on Google Maps. Oh, that's creepy. That looks like the mortuary's assistant. At least no one will see you while you're waiting. Oh dear, it'd be pretty scary. It's weird it's such a remote location. That's not unusual. Because I'm guessing that was supposed to be an emoji, maybe? I will look for a hiding place where I can keep an eye on the doors. And hope that Barrett shows up soon. Why don't you just go into the building or wait outside? They'll probably want to see my ID at reception. Don't want to run into a group of cops. If someone sees me hanging around outside, that won't go down well either. Our best bet is to talk to Barrett when she's alone. Makes sense. Thank you, Dan. If there's anything you can do, please let us know. Or if there's anything we can do, please let us know. I'm nervous already. It'll be fine. We'll keep you posted. Okay, so Dan's offline. Okay, Behind the Legends messaged us. Okay, hello. You have info on the current Argus case. You're not a weirdo, are you? That's just rude. You can't imagine how many people contact me. I have first-hand information. My brother knew the victim. My sister's best friend went to the same school as the victim. My cousin has a boyfriend, and his brother has a dog who saw the dead woman. I hope you understand that I've become a little more cautious. Okay, so absolutely, but I really do have information. Okay, so we'll say absolutely. Thank you. Go ahead and tell me what you've got. Okay, so I got to know a group of people who were friends with Sarah Stellar. We found out that the latest victim and Sarah went to the same university. I'm currently working with the group to solve the murders. Interesting. Sarah Stellar was supposedly one of Argus's previous victims, right? Your friends knew Sarah? This could lead to some interesting material. Can you help us, please? Your turn. Let's make a deal. You send me information regularly, and I do the same. Unpublished and exclusive info, of course. But I also expect you to provide details from your investigations. Sounds fair? I can't do that. I'd like to discuss this with the group first. Well, I mean, I think it sounds fair. But maybe I should discuss it with the group first. So they're not like, oh, you threw us under the bus. Of course, I understand. To make the whole situation more appealing, and since you've already given out information, you'll get something from me. Right. I'm currently in contact with an ancient researcher. She's not ancient, lol, but her field of research is antiquity. I was going to say, it did make it sound like she was ancient. Her research focused on mythology. Believe me, the whole Argus issue is bigger and older than you can imagine. I have a video call with her soon. It would be quite interesting if you'd join us. For that, you have to accept our deal, of course. What do you mean by bigger and older? That sounds really interesting. What's the researcher's name? Okay, well, let's go with really interesting, because he might not give us her name, because it is his lead. So I told you. That's all I have for now. But don't worry, as you've probably noticed, I have more tricks up my sleeve. Is there anything else you would like to know in general? Okay, so do you actually believe in Argus? Why did you start your channel? Do you also happen to know a certain Tim who develops games? So we're going to pick the premium chat option because this is Tim, and this might bring up an author chat. Sorry, no Arthur's chat in the first episode of Argus. Oh, darn. I can't tell you. Confidentially. Oh, message is deleted. My message was deleted. Oops, what was that? I feel completely dazed. Where was I? You're just about to tell me about the author chats. That's what you're doing. Okay, uh-oh. That's not good. Difficult to answer. Okay, so I have no idea what we just said because for some reason it was like blocked out. Through my channel, I deal with some really sick stuff on a daily basis. Abandoned orphanages that are supposed to be haunted. Check. Cursed videos that kill you after 7 days. Check. Plague doctors who want to take over the world. Check. But Argus? Argus is somehow different. There might actually be something to it. While we're on the subject of my videos, if you're genuinely interested in Dark Legends, I've recently uploaded 2 new videos. One is about the Back Rooms, a modern legend. You fall into a huge room where everything looks the same. There's no escape, and you keep hearing a horrible noise. The other comes from Japan and deals with the vengeful spirit of a young woman. If you want, I can send you one of them. It's smart to also look at other legends besides Argus. Okay, so I'd love to see the video about the Japanese legend. The backroom sounds thrilling. Why not both? So we have another premium option. We're going to take it. Of course, that works too.
Welcome, greetings. Today I invite you to look behind a legend with me. Our journey takes us to Japan, and the story is about a vengeful and terrible spirit. So light a candle, dim the lights, and join me looking behind the legend of Kushisake Onna.
Okay, behind the legends. Kushisake Onna. I think that's a ghost in Ghost Watchers.
Kushisake Onna is a perfect example of why the legends from Japan are so incredibly terrifying. Kushisake Onna, which roughly translates as the woman with the slit mouth or the woman with the grimace, is an onryo, an angry and vengeful, embittered spirit. What exactly does an encounter with Kushisake Onna look like? Imagine you're walking home one night and you notice a woman approaching. She is getting closer and closer to you, keeps walking faster. She moves strangely, almost not human. When she is caught up with you, you notice she's wearing a mask, a medical mask, as we all know from the pandemic. The woman now looks you straight in the eye and whispers in a low, menacing voice, "Do you think I'm beautiful?" Your heart is racing like never before. You don't really know what makes this woman seem so threatening, but her aura makes your blood run cold. She continues to stare at you and slowly removes her mask. Then you see the horror. Her mouth is slit open.
her left ear to her right. If you scream or show the slightest sign of fear, she will immediately cut you in two. But if you manage to keep your composure and lie to her with a yes, she will reply, then you will be just as beautiful as me. You try to run away, but you don't succeed. She catches up, rams a sword or a pair of scissors in your mouth, inflicting the same fate on you.
So, what's the origin of this Andrio or vengeful spirit? There are many theories and stories. The probably most popular one, however, comes from the time of the samurai. A wise and powerful samurai married the most beautiful woman in the village. She was so beautiful that she caught the eye of all the other men. Naturally, she also enjoyed their attention, and so she ended up being unfaithful to her husband. The samurai became angry and confronted the man who had seduced his wife. When he asked him why he had chosen his wife, the man replied, "She's the most beautiful woman in the village." Enraged, the samurai walked back to his wife, and that's where it gets dark. Cut her face open with his blade, saying, "Who will ever find you beautiful now?" This story is considered the most popular in the history of origins. Thanks everyone for your undivided attention. I hope you'll stick around and watch my next videos. Have a good evening, and I'll see you next time for another look behind the legends.
Okay, now we have the back rooms.
Good evening. Today I'm taking you to a place that seems infinite. A place that seems incredibly grim. So grim, it destroys all hope. A place where you might hear sounds that are not human that indicate we're not alone here. A place where none of us want to be. Light a candle, get comfy, and then let's take a look behind the legend of the back rooms together.
Behind the legends. Back rooms.
Before we take a look at what awaits us in the back rooms, let's take a look at how you get into these back rooms in the first place. Those of you who play video games will probably know the back rooms a little too well. Say your character is walking through the video game world and suddenly, out of the blue, falls through the floor, or you can go through a wall and you find yourself in an infinite fall or an infinite room. This phenomenon, according to the backroom legend, also exists in some places in the real world. When we move around in these places, it is possible that we fall through the floor and thus enter the back rooms.
Let's take a look at what the back rooms actually are. First, we need to understand what liminal spaces are. A liminal space is a place we've all been to, but when we find ourselves in this place, we don't waste any thought of what this place actually is. This place is a place of transition, a place where we won't stay for long. For example, a stairwell or a hallway or a very long corridor in an office complex. In themselves, these places are not yet a liminal space. There must be special circumstances that turn these places from an everyday walk through the stairwell into a liminal space. These conditions are as follows. The place is completely empty of people. There is not a soul in this place. Furthermore, this place must become infinite. This means that the place of transition is suddenly no longer a place of transition, but a place of dwelling. A place from which there is no escape. The back rooms are just such a place. A place that is very familiar to us from our everyday lives, but is being distorted and changed in some way so that it almost seems otherworldly. And there is no hope of escape. Now, while we are locked in the back rooms, we keep hearing noises and footsteps behind us. It seems that we are not alone here. Because the back rooms are the home of a creature, and we are a foreign body in this home, the creature will do everything in its power to remove us from its home and kill the foreign body. As explained at the beginning, the back rooms are a place where any of us can end up with a bit of bad luck. One step in the wrong place, the wrong time, and we fall into the back rooms and are trapped there forever with an entity that is not fond of us. Once again, I thank you for your attention, and I hope you had some fun, and join me for our next look behind the legends.
Interesting. Okay, so the back rooms are thrilling. Katsuyuki One is creepy. The videos are awesome. Thanks. I did actually already know about those tooth legends, so that's pretty cool. So I have to edit a video. Let's chat soon. Okay, so we're going back to the Cinnamombies. Okay, I just texted with Tim. Send him the history. He wanted to close a deal. We give him information, and he gives us information in return. I wanted to discuss this with you first. I'm a bit nervous giving information about Sarah to a stranger. Nah, take the deal. The case was sensationalized 3 years ago anyway. I agree. His information is more important to us. Try to join the interview with his researcher. Okay, so Dan's on. Still no sign of Bennett. I don't know how long the autopsy will take. I'm freezing my ass off here. Didn't you take a hot drink or something? Maybe you should give up and go home. Have a little patience. You'll surely come outside soon. Okay, let's go with that one. I hope you're right. Pretty creepy here, by the way. I'm hiding in the bushes. Like a pervert. That's a smart place. It's pitch black and dead quiet. Not a soul to be seen. Yet I still hear the occasional crackling of branches. I'm telling you, I've got goosebumps. You can go home, Dano. No one would hold it against you. No, I have to try. I hear something. Talk to you later. Okay, so Dan's off. Maybe it's Argus. Okay, so Enrico's messaging us. I hope everything goes well with Dano. I'm not at all comfortable with him walking around alone at night. If Dr. Bennett sees through him, we could all be in a heap of trouble. But that's not the reason why I'm getting in touch. I just wanted to say that I spoke to Caro and we made up. Good, we have other things to worry about. Who caved first? I'm glad to hear that. Normally I'm not like that, but the whole ordeal is wearing me out. I completely agree with you, by the way. You only film something like that after a certain amount of time has passed, if at all. Out of respect for the relatives. I'm surprised I'm saying this, but I enjoy talking to you. I've been thinking about how you joined us. We still have no clue why you were chosen to receive Sarah's call or her profile login, but I'm glad it's you. The others trust you now, too. By the way, I've tried something like this before, too. I mean, dating apps. Were you successful? You're single? I didn't expect that. Let's see if he's successful. Not really. Single Pringle. After Sarah's death, I was devastated. I found it difficult to open up to people, let alone get involved with somebody. So maybe he likes Sarah a little bit more than just being like best friends. Sometimes I miss being in love. I'd say he was. And being loved in return. Or even just flirting. I should think before I write. Didn't want to make you uncomfortable. That doesn't happen that easily. You deserve to have someone by your side. This is getting too personal for my taste. I love flirting too. Well, I mean, I love flirting too. Why not? Too bad we didn't get to know each other under different circumstances. Okay, so Lily's calling us.
Damn it! She won't open the door. I can't believe we came here for nothing.
That's really rude. Like, get your finger off the doorbell.
That's enough!
I mean, for God's sakes. Oh my God, what's going on? Let's quickly switch to the group chat. I mean, like, what the heck was she doing? If that was that woman's mom, like, her daughter just died. Why are you ringing her doorbell off the hook? Everything okay? Did she have a knife in her hand? They just lost someone. It was disrespectful to ring the doorbell that many times. Ben is right. What was that all about? Who is that woman? Someone is in a bad mood. You okay? I mean, Ben's totally right. Hopefully she won't go completely bonkers. Ladies, say something. Okay, Dan's on. If they don't get in touch, one of you should drive to the address. We have no idea what kind of person she is. She could be mad. The pathologist is coming out now, of all times. It's all happening at once. Bennett went for a smoke. It's now or never. I'll try to convince her that I'm a homicide detective. I'm about to start a video call so you can be there when I interview her. But you have to be quiet so she doesn't realize I'm filming. Okay, so he's offline. What about Lily and Alicia? Okay, let's focus on Dan. I'm starting to worry about them. I say we focus on Dan. I have a feeling that woman just had a knife because somebody would not leave her door. Besides, what they did was really disrespectful. Okay, so Dan's calling.
Alright, so let's not waste any time. But please tell your boss to make sure to pre-register new colleagues in the future.
Of course. Can you already tell whether we're dealing with the same perpetrator?
As with prior victims, we couldn't find foreign DNA yet, so it's too early for a definite conclusion. But the type of injuries, the depth of the burns, at this point I would say that there is a high likelihood that it is the same perpetrator. I can only give you more information once we...
Uh-oh.
Are you okay? I'm not feeling well. Oh my god.
What in the world was that about? Okay, Dan, what's going on? What's happening? Did you see that? What was that? Dude, that look she gave you. I think she's discovered the camera. Oh, that was more than just discovering the camera. Do you really think that's all it was? Somehow it looked threatening. Gave me goosebumps. She's a weirdo, isn't she? Who knows what she's up to? I'll head there right now. Okay, I think that's a bit of a rush, Caro. Good idea, I'm worried about Dan. Perhaps you should wait a second to see if Dan gets in touch. Oh, man, I don't know. Do we want to send her out there? I mean, she's probably going to go regardless. But I would wait to see if Dan gets in touch, to be honest. I don't have a good feeling. That's why I want to head there. Yeah, she's probably going to go regardless. Okay, so Lily's on. Guys, don't spam the group chat. We're fine. The woman is Mary's sister, Juna. She thought we were reporters. That's why she was so angry. We're in her apartment. We'll get back to you. Thank God. One less thing to worry about. Okay, so Caro went offline. Lily went offline. Let's hope Dan gives the all clear soon, too. Luckily, they're both okay. Okay, so at least they're both okay. You can say that again. Okay, so Ben's messaging us. Jesus. We've already been through a lot. But what happened just now? First Alicia and Lily, now Dan. Bennett looks super scary, right? I think she just saw the phone. Totally. I just hope Dan is okay. Dan will handle it. He's got a bit of a temper, but stays calm in stressful situations. So bullheaded. And so are you. This interview with Tim and the researcher, make sure you join them. I still find this Argus nonsense absurd, but you never know. Maybe the murderer is fascinated by Argus and will learn more about his methods. That's a great point. I'll do everything I can to be there. Anything in particular you want me to ask her? Okay, so we'll agree to be there. That's what I wanted to hear. Okay, so Dan's getting back to us. Guys? Dan, thank goodness. Everything okay? Yes, well, kind of. Okay, Kara's online. So nice of you to offer, Kara, but you don't have to come. Okay, I'm relieved you're fine. Okay, tell us exactly what happened. What was going on with Bennett? Where are you now? Did she give you any further information? What was going on with her? I don't know. It was really disturbing. You saw it too. She was behaving normal one moment, the next she was acting really strange. At first I thought she discovered the phone. That's what it looked like. It was like she was in a trance or something. What do you mean by in a trance or something? I don't know how else to describe it. This fixed, almost insane look. Then she started mumbling something. I could hardly understand her. Then she went back into the building without looking at me. As if nothing happened. Okay, she looks possessed. Oh, gee, so creepy, like a bad horror movie. At least your plan worked. So she looked possessed. Thanks, as if it wasn't bad enough already. Nonsense, Azrael. To me, it sounded more like Dr. Bennett was overworked. Are you kidding me? That is not an overworked face. She must be under a lot of pressure. Betty's probably right, but it was still creepy. At least it was worth it. We know now that Sarah Miller's killer definitely killed Mary too. Or Sarah's killer. I think I said Sarah Miller's. Sarah's killer definitely killed Mary too. Meaning someone brutally murders young women, then disappears for 3 years. Until Azrael gets contacted of Sarah's profile and the murderer returns. What's all this about? I still don't understand what I have to do with it. Why didn't he commit any murders for 3 years? If we solve this mystery, we'll be one step closer to the culprit. Lily would now say that Argus is craving eyes again. Please stop it. Sorry, just wanted to make a little joke. Speaking of Lily, we should postpone our speculation until she and Alicia are back. Gosh. This noise. I have the feeling that I'm being watched. What noise? Wrong time for jokes. Get out of there. What noise? It sounded so... I don't know. I just want to leave. I'll keep you posted. Take care of yourself, Dan. Okay, so Dan's offline. And the rest of us shouldn't spam the chat unnecessarily in the meantime. Alright. Amy. Hi. Azrael. Who's Amy? Happiness is only a dream and pain is real. Ben messaged us. Okay, so here we are again. Sarah's sister just called me. She saw Sarah's profile online with a different avatar and name. Oh, maybe that's Amy. I told her about you. And about the other things that happened. She should be texting you soon. Her name is Amy, by the way. Okay, so that's who that is. She already texted me right now. Thanks for the info. Did you have to tell her about me? Well, I mean, she would have found out eventually. Oh, okay. She probably doesn't want to waste any time. Please be kind to her. The poor thing has been through a lot. Okay. Let's go back to Amy. Sorry. I'm Amy Stiller. Sarah was my sister. Ben told me who you are and what happened. What a crazy story. But if Ben trusts you, so do I. Okay, so you're contacting me for a specific reason. Thank you. I'll do everything I can to help you find Sarah's murderer. Okay, so let's go with that one. I've long known who did this to my sister. Argus. But the police and Sarah's friends are looking for a serial killer. That's why I need your help. We have to destroy this monster. Okay, what can I do to help? What makes you so sure? Have you discussed this with the group? Okay, so what can I do to help? The Cinnamombies are looking for a killer. I'm looking for Argus. You're our link. I pass on my information to you. You pass on yours to me. So we're doing it again. Okay, so sounds like a good plan. The others in the group can also give you this information. I don't know where this is going, but okay. Okay, so it sounds like a plan. Promise me that you'll take care of yourself. I've already seen Argus with my own eyes, and I'm terrified. Wait, you saw Argus? Please tell me everything you know. You're not making fun of me, are you? Okay, so she's calling us.
I had to share something creepy. It occurred around 3 years ago, shortly after the tragic death of Sarah. I went out the door for the first time and I was on my way back home. It was a really cold, dark night, and we were all standing there until I passed by this one bush. I saw these two red eyes staring directly at me, and they multiplied, and suddenly I saw a huge black figure right in front of me, and I fell to the ground, terrified, frozen with fear. Once the figure vanished, I hurried home as fast as I could.
Okay, that sounds horrific. I'm sure someone just wanted to scare you. I'm speechless. I still get goosebumps when I think about it. Now that you know everything, then I'll continue with my research. I want to know where this creature has been for the last few years and why it's here again now. And you'll let me know when there's any news. Alright, talk to you later. Say nothing. That's a good plan. Okay. Okay, so we'll go back to the Cinnamombies. Are you there? There you are, finally. What's going on with you? Are you all right? Yes, we're fine. Juna is very odd. Why is that? Well, she just lost her sister. You're not in danger, are you? Sure, I get it. Sometimes she seems so absent. You talk to her and her gaze is empty. As if she's not really listening. Where are you now? I locked myself in the bathroom for a moment. We were about to leave, but Juna wouldn't let us. She's insistent we talk about strange topics. What kind of strange topics? I think it's time you get out of there. Has she said anything useful yet? She took us into her bedroom to show us a painting. A painting? It's called The Anguished Man. Here, I was able to secretly take a picture. I was gonna say that sounds familiar, but... Ugh, that's weird. That was even weirder. What the fuck? What the hell, Lily? Not funny. That's what happened last time. I knew I didn't imagine it. That scared the heck out of me. You promised to stop. Huh? No idea what you're talking about. I've left Alicia alone with her for far too long. We'll talk about it later. You should get out of there. Okay, so she's calling.
You're right. I just want to get out of here. I'm gonna grab Alicia and then...
Uh-oh. So Lily's offline. Juna really is weird. They should get out of there as quickly as possible. Absolutely. Let's wait for them to get in touch. It's like everybody who's outside, who's gone out to do something is like in trouble. Okay, so Enrico messages. That's creepy. You can say that again. I don't think Juna poses any danger. What exactly do you mean? Okay, so you can say that again. I mean, because I can't say that woman doesn't mean any harm to anybody. Especially the photo that Lily sent us of Juna's painting. You know, the anguished man. You saw it. It was, well, it was something. When I open the photo now, it's normal. We weren't imagining it, were we? I just did a little research on the painting. The background story is really shocking. Okay, that's just a painting. I'm not sure I want to know. I'm already shaking. Okay, so I'm not sure I want to know. I'm sorry, but I have to tell someone about this. Should I call you quickly? Or you prefer texting? Okay, so premium option. Sure, give me a call or just keep texting. Go ahead and call me.
A man called Sean Robinson inherits his grandmother's house. During the renovation of the house, he finds a strange painting in the attic. He is somehow fascinated by it, even though he doesn't have much interest in art in general. He does some research and suddenly comes across a creepy story. The artist of the painting is unknown, but it's rumored that he painted it with his own blood. It gets even more shocking. As soon as the painting was finished, the artist committed suicide right in front of the painting. Oh dear. I'd better tell you the rest in the chat.
Okay, sounds super creepy so far. He painted with his own blood. The painter killed himself? There's a ton of reports about it. That's not even half of it. Despite the painting's dark history, Robinson and his wife kept it for display. So therefore, strange things began happening within the home. Doors and windows opening and closing at night. Strange noises throughout the house. Belongings moved as if misplaced or seen moving by themselves. What the? Sounds like a horror movie. Is that true? He even captured some of it and published it on YouTube. Of course, it could all be fake. In any case, I don't understand how Juna can hang a painting like that. I rather wonder how she got a hold of it. Maybe she doesn't even know the story behind it. Fits in with how Lily described Juna. Maybe she doesn't know the story behind it. I can hardly imagine that. The motif itself is already awful. So she certainly knows the story behind it. Okay, so Alicia is messaging in Cinnamombies. Oh man. We're finally on our way home. So happy to be out of there. No kidding. Hardly ever felt so uncomfortable. She's nuts. You heard Juna banging on the bathroom door like a psycho. Well, I mean, you rang her doorbell like a psycho, just saying. It's your own fault if you lock yourself in the bathroom for 10 minutes and leave me alone with her. Still mad at you, by the way. Hey, I had to keep the group posted. You didn't have to leave me alone for that. You're sitting next to each other. You don't have to discuss this here. Lily, what's with the painting? Please stop arguing. Does Juna know if Mary knew Sarah? I don't know. I'm kind of curious about the painting. I still don't know what you mean. Don't take us for fools. That wasn't funny. I'm not doing anything. We'll come back to the painting. For now, have you found out anything? Most of the time, Juna was babbling nonsense. Yes, but we still have one interesting piece of information. We're listening, so it was worth it at least. Now I'm curious. Okay, so we're listening. Azriel. It's about Mary's past. Let me tell the story. Why? I was the one who got the info out of her. First of all, that's not true. And secondly, I'm a better storyteller. Agree on something. Let Alicia finish Lily. The wiser head gives in, Alicia. Let Lily tell the story. I'm going to go with Alicia. Lily's been bugging me. Okay, so we got an improvement with Alicia. Okay, but don't complain if she goes on forever. Thanks, Azriel. And don't worry, I won't. I'll give you quite a bit to read. Okay, so Mary and Juna's mom had cancer. Juna had to look after her alone as Mary was either at university or traveling. Their mom passed away almost 4 years ago. What about their dad? That must have been so hard. I wouldn't have thought Mary would be like that. Well, how would I know anything about Mary? Okay, so let's go with that must have been hard. Yes, she got really emotional earlier, too. Anyway, Juna and Mary totally fell out after their mom died. Juna accused her of being selfish. And Mary was angry because her sister didn't want to sell the house. In the end, Mary dropped out of university and traveled to Australia with her part of the inheritance. Working holiday, something like that. In the beginning, Mary posted pictures on social media. But at some point that stopped too. Juno assumed that her sister wanted to leave the past completely behind her. She didn't even know that Mary was back in the country until she heard about her death. Huh. That's interesting. That leaves the question of how Sarah's murderer got a hold of her. Perhaps he followed her to Australia. Maybe he ambushed her when she landed here again. What if she never arrived in Australia? I mean... But she was posting pictures. Could also be she just lied about being in Australia. I don't know. Maybe he ambushed her when she landed here again. Would that make her a random victim? Or was he waiting specifically for her? It's all really odd. But it's an important clue. The murderer disappears for 3 years. Then returns, and the new victim is a woman who lives in Australia for several years. Nobody knew that she was already back in the U.S. The bus is coming. We'll text once we're back home. Okay, so Lily's offline. Okay, we'll postpone the conversation until then. That's probably a good thing. Then everyone can think a little for themselves. Okay, so Alicia's offline. Hopefully Dan will be back in touch by then. I'm still worried about him. Okay, so a file is now ready for repair. Alright everyone, we're going to go ahead and end it there now that we're on the next mini game. I hope you are enjoying Argus. Definitely a lot of information that we're getting there, especially with the Anguished Man photo and, you know, the eyeball popping out of it. a little more information on Mary, although it's not a lot to go on because it seems like her and her sister didn't really have a good relationship at the time that she was killed by either Argus or a copycat killer or whatnot. But we've definitely received some more clues into this, and we're going to be working with Tim on and talking to the the ancients researcher, not an ancient researcher, but somebody who's researched antiquities. So we might be talking to them in the next playthrough. So just let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Please leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.